How you guys doing today, Toon family? This is Webtoon King, and this is Kagura bachi Chapter 3. The first thing we see is a character that we learned that her name is Hino. She lives to be an informant, and the first pages, it looks like is a flashback 3 years ago. It might be one of the first place that Shiba and the main character went to get information about that. She ended up explaining that Japan is a katana society. It's legal to have a katana for self-defense, quote unquote. Like, you see her doing that because it's probably a joke. Her job is to connect Yakuza and big organization with sorcerers. Tokyo has more than 1,000 sorcerers, and that's her job is to connect the sorcerers to the big companies and the Yakuza. So I guess that explained what happened in the first chapter when the sorcery came through, and you saw him talk about payment from the Yakuza. So you see a scene where Shiba is talking to her, saying, how's it going? They're talking about if she ever heard about the father's name, Konoshiga Rokiro. I can't say Japanese name good. So he basically saying, Shiba basically asked her, did you hear about him dying? She said, yeah, I was shocked. So she said, yeah, I'm shocked. The Huchako group was claiming for the killed. And I'm assuming that's the evil organization. And she basically asked Shiba, so what about it? And that's the first time she learn anything about Shiba being connected to the main character's dad. And that's it. After that, she decided to help them to figure out what happens. And she basically can't figure anything out. Like, she's bored. She can't find any information. And then I'm assuming this comes towards the timeline. Because we see her saying welcome, and we have a little girl opening the door, and the chapter name is called Witness. So we learned that this little kid is an orphan. She's a witness to seeing the sorcerer that you saw in chapter 2 when they said they had information about a sorcerer in Tokyo. So she's supposed to be the witness to this. And then this is how you see Shiba and the main character coming through. Excuse me. You see how she's like, she don't like people being loudmouth. So we learned that she's always. It looks like she like shoujo. She's like, you look cool as always. And I'm assuming it's because he's quiet. He's more stoic. And so, but they're really here just to figure out who's a witness to the Shinto Blade. So she told them that they're in the back. As soon as they saw that it was a little girl, they kind of like start down that she saw anything. But we see a little bit of a flashback with her and the little girl talking with the informant. And she said she came out to acquire hiring a sorcerer because she thinks people are chasing her and she need protection. But the informant is kind of asking if she has money. She's like, zero. And then she started thinking, oh dear. She don't have money, so she's worried. But the statement that got her interested, the informer interested, was when the little girl said, I'm the bad guy had the most strongest sword. So she thought it was about Shinto Blade, the informant. But Shiba and the main character got like, it's doubtful, but they don't have anything else to go on, so they gotta wait for her to wake up. But the orphan is kind of like, she's kind of like dreaming, cell division. It's kind of a weird dream, and I guess it's a nightmare from when she was getting chased because she woke up like that. This is when Shiba asks Shiba asks questions that if she has a mom and a dad, and this is when they start speculating that she's an orphan, and you see her with a sad face. So, but the main character, this is when you start seeing that he cares for people because he's like, do you want food? She's like, there's something she want to eat. Tobaro Soba. I can't even say that name. I'm not Japan, but I'm bad with names, food names in Japan. So Soba, basically, that's what she wants. You got Shiba outside, smoking a cigarette, and basically thinking back that the main character has always been good with people. Since he was the one who was taking care of the dad and stuff. So that's where he learned how to take care of people. That's what I like about this chapter. Kind of get why his facial expression is still the same. It shows that he cares for people a little bit. So they got their food. The waiters over there passing out the food while they're talking. The orphan kid is kind of trying to convince the main character that she's not playing around. She just don't want to tell them information. I guess she's kind of scared. While they're looking at each other, well, not technically at each other, but she have a worried face. He just had like a blank face. You see somebody walking back behind them, coming inside the shop. We learned that as a sorcerer later on, but he's sitting down, and then the orphan says something interesting. A cloud came out of it. That's when the main character thought about one of the sword, and the boxes had a bunch of clouds around it. So that's when he finally took her serious, because that's too much of a coincidence not to be a real thing. The main character basically asks, does the bad guy have a flame symbol on his hand? Because that's the symbols that the sorcerers have in the flashback that killed his dad. And we saw the sorcerer in chapter 1 of it. While they're talking, the bad guy in the background basically tell the waiter to shut up, and then he grabbed his chopstick and put it in the neck of the waiter. And that's when the bad guy basically said, but this is a surprise, you have a bodyguard. So he was after the little kid, the orphan. So that's how we know he's after them. And then you see a weird, I know this is a Japanese thing, but I don't know what to call it. And he said invincible. So I guess the main character, like he said something else to alight his sword. I forgot what it's called when he says it. I'm gonna go back and look at it. But the bad guy said invincible. You see this weird object, and I know it's important Japanese society, but I just don't remember what it is called. And then you just see, I guess, blew up the building, and a bunch of people outside said, "Sorcerer, run!" And the main character basically said, "I'm sorry, I'm doubting you." People are really after her, and then you just see the bad guy with those weird stuff attached to his skin. I guess I don't know what that looks like. Attached, holding the orphan, and he's basically telling her, "I'm sorry, I doubted you." And then she's like, "I forgive you. You just have to save me. Please save me." He's like, "Yeah, I got it." And that's how the chapter ends. The way he hoards his swords always remind me of Zoro. I know I always say that, but it does. This is a good chapter. This is a good introducing chapter for Hino, the informant, for her connecting people to sorcery. So it's interesting. I like this chapter. So far, I like this manga. It hasn't disappointed me. I know this is a meme manga, but it's very interesting. And this is how you know is a sorcerer society, because you see even people who are regular civilians, I guess, have swords outside when the store blew up, when they were running away. But anyway, I want to end it here. Toon family, subscribe, and just send my link to other people so they can subscribe too. I'll be keeping up with the story. Please, Shona Jump, don't cancel this. You guys been canceling everything so far. Red Hood, all my favorite. Red Hood, what's the other thing that they canceled I like? It's never mind. I'll figure that out later. Have a nice day. Thank you for watching.